Hello students, welcome back to geography class. I continue with the third lesson, that is physiography and drainage. In the last class, I had told you that we will learn about the three major mountainous ranges of the Himalayas. So I continue with that. From west to east, the Himalayas are broadly classified into Western Himalayas, Central Himalayas, and Eastern Himalayas. The Western Himalayas extend from the Indus River in the west to Kali River along the Nepal border in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, and Uttarakhand. The Western Himalayas can be further divided on the basis of regions such as Kashmir Himalayas, Himachal Himalayas, Punjab Himalayas, and Kumaon Himalayas. The next one is the Central Himalayas. It stretches between river Kali to river Tista. Its eastern part is called the Sikkim Himalayas and the Darjeeling Himalayas. The Eastern Himalayas. It stretches between the Tista and Brahmaputra river. It occupies the state of Arunachal Pradesh. The Eastern Himalayas are also called as Arunachal Himalayas. The Eastern Himalayas have a number of passes. Jilip Line, Sikkim, Bum Line, Arunachal Pradesh are main route to the Tibetan capital, Lhasa. After learning the main Himalayan ranges, we shall learn about the associated mountains. A hill range running in the north-south direction along the Myanmar border are called Purvanchal, as they form the easternmost part of a country. They form the easternmost part of a country. They are called Purvanchal. They run through the state of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. The Himalayas act as a great climatic divide, affecting large system of air and water circulation. They obstruct the passage of chilling cold Arctic winds. They obstruct the passage of chilling cold Arctic winds from the north entering into India and protect our country from extreme cold conditions. Besides that, they act as a barrier for southwesterly monsoon winds. They obstruct southwesterly monsoon winds and force them to give up most of their moisture within the subcontinental part, which result in heavy precipitation in the Indian side. Tourism has emerged as a major industry in the Himalayan region as they are blessed with scenic beauty and pleasant climate. Himalayas have a beautiful collection of architectural temples. Nearly 1 million visitors come to the Himalayas for mountain trekking, wildlife viewing, and pilgrimage to major Hindu and Buddhist sacred places. Moving on to the next physical division of India, that is the Peninsula Plateau, the area lying to the south of North Indian Plain. So children, here what we have, North Indian Plain. So the area lying to the south of North Indian Plains and tapering towards the Indian Ocean is called Indian Peninsula. It is one of the oldest land masses in the world. It is the largest physical division of India. It can be divided into Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands. The Central Highland is flanked by North Indian Plain to the north, Aravallis to the west, and Vindhya Range to the south. The Central Highland is made up of Malwa Plateau, Bundelkhand Plateau, Vindhyachal Plateau, and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau. It is located in the southwestern part of the Central Highland. See here you can see it is located in the southwestern part of the Central Highlands. It is located between Aravali, here we have Aravali and here we have Vindhya. So it is located between Aravali and Vindhya range. The average elevation of this plateau is 500 meter. And here you can see that major part of this plateau falls in Madhya Pradesh. The next is Bundelkhand. The region lying to the southeast of Malwa Plateau is known as Bundelkhand. Up. If we'll go little up, east side, we will get there what? Bundelkhand Plateau. It spreads in the northern part of Madhya Pradesh and adjoining portion of South Uttar Pradesh. Here you can see the rocks found in this area are mostly granite rocks. The next is Vindhyachal Bagelkhand. The region to the southeast of Bundelkhand and east of Malwa Plateau is known as Vindhyachal Bagelkhand. After that we have Chota Nagpur Plateau. Here you can see we have Chota Nagpur Plateau. Much of this plateau spread in Jharkhand and extend into adjoining states like West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh. It is one of the mineral-rich region of a country. Minerals such as mica, bauxite, copper, limestone, iron ore and coal are found here. Let us see now the second division of Peninsular Plateau, that is the Deccan Plateau. It lies to the south of Narmada River. It lies to the south of Narmada River and it is triangular in shape. Here you can see Narmada River. Can you see here Satpura Range, Mahadev Range, Michael Range? So the Satpura Range along with the Mahadev and Michael Range forms the broad base of this triangular region. And the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat form the margin of this Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau is divided into following sub-regions, that is Maharashtra Plateau, Karnataka Plateau, Telangana Plateau and Eastern Plateau. The northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau. The northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau is known as Maharashtra Plateau. The altitude of this plateau ranges from 400 meter to 600 meter. The next we have is Telangana Plateau. It is located around the eastern and the northeast side of the Karnataka Plateau. Here you can see it is located at the eastern and the northeastern side of the Karnataka Plateau. Here we have Karnataka Plateau. The average elevation of the area ranges between 300 meter to 600 meter. Then it is Karnataka Plateau. Karnataka Plateau is also known as Maidan. The Maidan has an average altitude of 400 meter. And where it is located? It is located in the southernmost part of the Deccan Plateau. It covers the large portion of the Deccan Plateau. So the next is Eastern Plateau. This plateau comprises three subdivisions: Mahanadi Basin, Dandakaranya Plateau and Karjat Hills. Mahanadi Basin. It occupies the central part of Chhattisgarh state and the western part of Odisha state. The southern part of Chhattisgarh state and the southwestern part of Odisha is known as Dandakaranya. This Dandakaranya area is known for its rich iron deposits, Karjat Hills. These hills occupy the northwestern part of Odisha. Here you can see it occupies the northwestern part of Odisha. The region is drained by river Brahmani and Baitarni. With this, we completed the third physical division of India, that is the Peninsular Plateau. Thank you. Thank you, children. Bye.